Talk to us about that.
So poetry slams are really dope if you've never been to one, because you have judges in the audience. They throw up scorecards, maybe a 9.5, 6.7. We do boo the judges, and I mean, it's just a great experience because when you come and
American
you do,
Idol.
We do boo the judges.
Yeah.
Like, don't come in there thinking.
like, don't
you
hit a
just-
good poet with a 7. I'm booing you. I'm upset. They deserve a 10. So I mean, soul. We're talking about soul and the soul of the city. When you go on stage in front of a group of people and you recite your poetry from some of the deepest pain you've ever
I'm
experienced.
sensitive about my stuff.
Yes, and when you bring that forth and you release that energy in the microphone, and it's just, you know, it's a
Pour it out your
phenomenal
heart.
experience. So
Right. So great.
don't wear too much mascara. You come to a poetry slam, you might should be shedding some tears.
Right.
You might be laughing till you cry. You know.
That's definitely how I started singing, though, because I was scared to sing when I was younger because my mama had the strong church voice and I had a little different voice. I didn't know
voice.
what kind it was at the time.
Chirp,
and
chirp.
then no, I had it was like a
Don't
more
keep going. Don't let him
jazzy,
get you.
and I just didn't know.
Because you started smoking when you were 7.
Right.
Because you were smoking when you were 7, and so
No,
it came out
my
raspy.
voice was. I am not raspy because I smoke. I was raspy for a long time, but I did start writing my music because I wasn't.
I'm sorry.
I don't even smoke cigarettes.
Hey, a raspy singing voice could be beautiful.
Thank you.
Again.
And I've learned
Nina
to
Simone.
appreciate it, and I'm learning how to cultivate it even more now. That
Okay, so sing for us.
oh, okay,
And
that's
go.
funny.
And go.
Chicka, chicka, chicka.
I'm a little, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. I should have worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak. Fresh poison each week. We were born sick. You heard them say it. Command me to be well. Amen. 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 I'm really nervous.
I'm for the album to drop.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm waiting for the album to drop.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get on a feature.
Right. That made up for all your snacking today.
Exactly.
You wrote that?
Yes.
No, I didn't even write an original.
Sorry.
Go get you a
But-
Twinkie,
That's
girl.
good stuff.
No,
we playing. First of all, we ain't got no Twinkies. Don't leave him on your let him take you on a wild goose chase.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. But I literally am still battling. Oh, thank you.
Not after this song that me and her are about to do. She gonna be just not battling with that no more. She gonna be like, "Did y'all hear the new song come
How you
out?"
gonna put yourself on her record?
No, we gonna make a record together.
P. Diddy do it all the time. Girl, Diddy do it all the Diddy yourself in. You Diddy your soul right on in there. Go ahead. Matter of fact, that's how all these producers just drop in. Look at Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin ain't sung a note, but he in every song.
He throw them ad libs in
all
there.
the
right.
time.
He can get in an R&B now.
Everything gospel gonna look too far. Everything is out of control. Like, we don't need the
Yes,
comments.
we
Gonna
do.
call 50 every
We love
month.
you, Kirk. You're the best. You're awesome.
I want to do a song with you
you.
too, Kurt.
I like you because I'm taller
I'll
than
do
you.
one.
I appreciate
That's why I
that.
like 'em.
I know,
I know.
right? I feel
It helps my self-esteem.
Telling you.
That's why I like him.
Ain't got nothing to do with your ad libs. Bless your heart.
But he's good. Super
There's a
producer.
place in Asheville called Lake Eaton Arts Festival. And several years ago, I had a birthday present was to go there. Leaf Lake Eaton's Arts Festival is in Black Mountain or something like that. Man, they had a poetry slam in there. Oh, stinking G.
Telling you.
To be there, like literally the room was electrifying. It's a full weekend, drummers, musicians, very culture, very open. You have to be.
Every year?
Every year. But you like camp out. Like that was my first, I went glamping. I didn't camp, I glammed.
Glamped.
Yeah, oh yeah. I had like a tent with a floor. and like an air mattress with some pillow shams. Like I wasn't about to do the cotton, all the earth and
How
stuff.
did you carry all of that?
Girl, but I don't carry all of that. I have people with me. Hello. That's why it was called glamping, not camping.
I cannot.
I didn't do all of that. Matter of fact, we got there early so we could park and unload the truck and then pitch my whole little tent and stuff. Like literally, people were walking by talking about, do you see, I had like a doormat. Before you could come in, you had to wipe your feet out and stuff.
God.
I did. Like it was, it really, first of all, I've never gone camping. So when I went to REI, they was like, what do you want to say? I'm going camping. I said, but I don't want to be in your little triangle teepee thing, like give me like the work. So I think it might have ended up being one of them tents like where you really just sit outside to eat in so no bugs get on you. But it was very nice. It was, and when it rained, guess where everybody wanted to come? Because I had a floor, right? It wasn't muddy or nothing. I had little lights in there, a little vanity, a little thing popped down and showed the mirror. You know, I look good in the woods.
Goodness.
Good morning, everyone. Everybody else like, oh, gosh, my neck, my back. But they had a great poetry slamming session.
I'm telling you, poetry slamming makes a great date.
Makes a great date.
Yes, it does.
Why?
So, brothers, you need to be bringing these beautiful women out to a poetry slam and then bring her right home. She need to be home by 10:30.
Do they get to
Because-
stay or?
No, they had to just drop off.
Drop off.
Okay.
Why?
Because if it's a great date, you just set them up. They be like,
Exactly.
we got to go, girl. Come on now. Before you turn into a pumpkin.
You either going home to have some makeup fun or from the
Makeup
poetry slam.
fun?
Yes,
But you
poetry
making up.
slams. Okay. So I done been to a few. Have you heard of Dub and Swat here in Charlotte? Yeah. I loved going to the Dub and Swat place. Sir Abstracts was hosting everything, and the open mic nights were lit. And literally, me and my ex-boyfriend used to go and have a good time, whether it was like we were meeting everybody that we knew because we're in the same little artsy community, but it was so bomb that literally we in the audience and listen to things, and every other line we're like and then the ums either add up to like you should have listened and you got some stuff to work on, or we need to talk, we need to make up.
Well, yeah, y'all made up, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, and it was always good. It was always because of all the good vibes and because of all the like the heart in the poetry, the heart in each artist. You know, it was just like a
See, I have a
different
issue.
type of art understanding.
I got an issue with my inner circle though, because I hang out with the kind of people where we would go to a poetry slam, and we would go back, and then they were like, "Y'all want to get something to eat? I want something to eat because I feel in my feet that I need to."
Oh, yeah, that was
like,
me.
why everything? Like, what happened to you? Like, English is your second language. Why are you trying to rhyme? Like, what is going on?
Look, and a good slam piece might not even rhyme.
Right.
But I'm talking about people that are not. For example, my dad. We watched the old movie Drumline, the little drummer thing.
Lord, that was my brother.
Old school movie. Watched it on a Saturday. Went to church on a Sunday. Now my father is not. I love you, Poppy. He is not a musician at all. But because he watched Drumline, like he literally, like his seat first row, far corner to the right. He went past his seat, V-crossed the whole front of Sanctuary, and went and got on the drums. He was like, "What Daddy doing?" Boom, 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 like literally hitting everything. He was inspired by Drumline. And even the drummer
Oh, he was
was
a
a
drummer.
little, and the drummer was a little boy, so he couldn't tell a grown man to get off. He was like,
Oh my God.
This not sounding right.
and my dad will not look at his family. It's a lot of us. He would not look at our corner because we was like, yo, clapping extra loud. So he would look over there like, and finally the pastor got up. He was like, we see somebody is enthused about the gift they want to cultivate. Thank you very much. Deke. Thank you, Deke, very much for that.
Rendition.
We appreciate it. Like, why is he drumming during the prayer? Get off the drum.
prayer.
When I tell you, he was
The whole service.
inspired. So my circle is typically around people that can't do what they've seen done. But that don't stop them from going out.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I feel like we need to head to the house because it might be a mouse in the house and we don't want to get him out. And I'm like, just go home. Like, that ain't even your genre.
Please don't bring your circle to Superman.
Oh no.
They gonna all think they can fly.
They are. I'm telling you, trying to save everything. Do you need help with that? Let me get that for you. Look out, I've got you covered.
I'm running for the car for you.
Literally. Like you putting on the brakes and they're like, I got you. Like I'm the driver. Get your hand from across my chest. Like I don't need rescue from my own driving. I do. But that just describes who I am. Like I deep dive into something when I'm in it. I'm all the way invested. So I just happen to be around people that are truly invested. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your gift, your skill, or your talent. If it's not, leave it to those that are. Cultivate it and practice at home. But
is poetry your gift? Your talent, your skill set?
Of many. I have a few skill sets. But yes, I would definitely say poetry. I started writing at a very young age. It's actually funny you mentioned your father and the drums. My father is a drummer, and so is my grandfather.
Mine is too.
So I was expected to be a drummer, and it was like the drum lessons, and then they was like, she can't do. It's not in the wrist, it's in the voice. So,
I should have told my
I
daddy
started
it wasn't
rapping in
his
4th
wrist.
grade. When Mary J. Blige came out with the 411 remix with Grand
the
Poopa.
411?
Oh, yeah. I was like, it was bad. I was on that
was
school
it.
bus like, who won it? Yeah.
Yeah, and see, mine was LL Cool J. I don't know why I guess because of my voice, I always favored into the more tenor type thing. But LL
You
Cool
just like
J,
him licking his lips.
when
That's
I'm
what that
alone in
was.
my room,
I ain't
sometimes
gonna
I
lie,
stare
he
at the
can really
wall.
lick his lips well.
He really can.
Why he never got endorsed by like a chapstick?
Carmen,
That is
Carmen
so
was
true.
trying.
I'm about to make him some money. Y'all need to call LL Cool J and get him on a chapstick commercial.
Never
about
needed
that.
chapstick or.
You know what? I got nice
He
lips
always
too.
licked his lips.
I got-
If he put on chapstick, he wouldn't want to lick his lips as
First
much.
of all, it ain't never looked like you pushing your dentures back in your mouth. Not that kind of lip
Well, he
licking.
can get it his way. I'm gonna get it my way.
Right.
Because
You-
obviously they ain't pay him,
and
so pay
you-
What's
me.
the radio station number again? Chapstick. We waiting for your
877
call.
342-7770. I got lips for you.
No.
Even if they look like you pushing dentures back in your mouth.
Make it a denture commercial.
done.
Something, right?
A hot sauce commercial, because
Yeah,
that
exactly.
right there look like you was getting that hot sauce off your lips.
That herpes bump or something.
Ew. You keep licking.
Lord have mercy.
Done with that one.
I'm not even want to engage.
You can't lick a herpes bump off. First of all, I just want for all of you that have bumps, go get it checked. If you kiss somebody and the next day there was an abrasion, go get it checked. You can't lick it off. It don't work like that.
Carmex is not gonna work.
It's a highlighter for herpes. That's what it is. It just enlightens the escapades that you had.
She just so informed about it.
Right, I like saw a vivid picture
Exactly.
of Phoebus or something like that.
A Minute Clinic right there at CVS. Go get swabbed.
Would you like to share with us some poetry?
I would love to share with y'all some poetry. Any particular thing y'all want to hear about?
Herpes? No.
No. So
I don't have any poetry about that. I'm thankful I don't have any poetry about that.
Solon, give me something from Solon. I love the word. I need a Solon. Solon shirt or something.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
If there's one thing that couldn't be replaced, it's to see people from all these so-called different races stand in the same place with a sincere smile on their face to they brethren from another tribe. 'Cause see, propaganda will try to get you to hate me and make me hate you, but we can't hate what's in the name. Evil exists in all places, nations, and faces. I pray for our ignorance. Every time we mislead the youth, we create a future instance that could have been avoided if we didn't deploy. But trust, the Most High plan is foolproof. Still, what could be so bad to make a righteous man smoke cane? And is there any contradiction to what I just said? Maybe he was trying to escape the hate with joy campaign, bring gain off a change. Day's higher self said no to rage and pain. That's a long one, so I just cut it off right there.
Well, I feel like we need to do something. We've fallen short.
I think my face,
I-
my little
I-
peach
I-
fuzzes have chills.
I
That's a
love
beard.
it. I love
It's on my cheek.
it.
That is a great compliment.
Yeah. Like my fine hairs.
Oh wow. That's actually a very old poem that I wrote when I was 17.
Wow.
It'd be those.
The voice, the tone,
Swear.
and the delivery. Like if I was a judge, I would put it all together.
I don't want a
Just-
couple of slams with that one. It's actually a 3-minute piece. It's going to be in my book of poetry that's going to be coming out in January, maybe February. We'll see how that goes. But that's mostly a lot of poems that I wrote while I was incarcerated or while I was young, you know. So it's definitely inspiration for young people that's caught up in the streets because I know all about that and, you know, how it
Right.
can make you feel. So
Yeah. I feel
Wow.
like sometimes
That's awesome.
the gift that's in us, and we if you don't look at it the right way, sometimes we have to put in a predicament that causes us to cultivate whatever God has
Yes.
brought us
Absolutely.
Because if you
That's true.
freestyle and free flowing going on, you never know until you're in that lion's den, until you're caught in that pit, that you really have rights and access to the palace. That everything around you that seems to devour you has fallen silent so that you can actually hear what God wants to do with that gift in you. So, you know, you went through your youth, and even though you started cultivating your gift and talent then, you know, as you said, when you were incarcerated, that was just your settling time. That was the moment. Society would look at it one way, but it comes out across an entirely different way now that
yeah, I mean, I
you're
think
out.
it ended up overall being a great experience, you know, even that 2-year period of my life and just being able to go back and talk to, you know, people that's going through the same thing. You
Right.
know, I go talk to the girls that's, you know, locked up in a detention center sometime and it just makes them feel good to be like, hey, I was there.
Right.
You know, and I made it and you can make it too.
Right. And
God
people-
has a way of turning everything for our good. So the situations and circumstances that we go through in life, if we look at it for what it is and learn from it, I think that's the key to success and
Absolutely.
growth, is
I
taking those
agree.
experiences and learning from it and helping somebody else along that journey so that their living is not in vain.
That's the main thing is we don't want to be
Absolutely.
transparent because you could have easily disregarded the part, you know, that you were incarcerated. But you understand that there's a whole dimension of realm that you need to reach that I can't reach or Dr. Biz
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
reach,
I
or
used to
Lil
be
can't
embarrassed
reach.
about it. It used to be like something that I didn't really talk about because as I got older, I was just like, man, everybody could tell I'm from the streets. Even if I have a professional job, you know, something, my accent, something's going to come out. So I just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I'm meant to be this person. This is the trials
Embrace it.
and tribulations
Right.
that God brought me through. Let me just really be myself. And
Yes.
it just my whole world changed. I didn't feel like I needed to hide who I was.
That's
you know,
right.
Which was stealing my voice.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And
We all have a voice.
just missing that transparency. I think if we were more transparent about our strengths as about our weaknesses as we were about our strengths, but didn't prey on each other's weaknesses.
Right.
You know, that's the
Be
main
using
thing.
it against people and
Yeah.
stuff
Right.
and remember
Right.
when
and you
that
don't know,
kind of thing.
and that's why you and all of that. But man, I loved it.
How can people
Yeah.
follow you, get in contact with you, listen to your broadcast, all that fun stuff?
So, Soul of the City will be broadcasting Sundays at 5 p.m. beginning in January on WDRBmedia. And also, you can reach me on Facebook. My Facebook name is Hakeemah Ahmad, which is HakeemahAhmed. I'm usually the first one that comes up. Type that in.
With all them
I'm the only look. I'm the only one that spelled it phonetically instead of with an I.
Right. Gotcha.
And people still ask me how to say it.
All right,
It's
Queen.
phonetic.
Family, you're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice
Of the community.
You said January. I forgot Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, I forgot. And we had a whole conversation
stamped
about
it.
that. I knew I was gonna mess something up.
So now somebody